I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me.
Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your host, Trent. What a show today. I know how special that was for you to have Jeff and Bobby here. You've told me stories about them over the last 6-8 months that I've been part of the company. But to hear them interact and talk about your dad had to be very special for you.
Oh, man. The show turned out better than my wildest dreams on having them here. I hope it flattered them as we were walking out in between segments. One of my big kicks I talk about, I don't know if I've talked about it on the show though, is having the ability. I think it's a maturity to be able to go third person and think about in all hard discussions or all hard situations how the other party feels, and understanding that before you go into communication with somebody or while you're in communication with someone. As we were walking them out, I said, guys, 15 years ago, makes me feel old. I said, John and Dave on the Ask John and Dave show, because I'm in the construction industry, I came in on a Saturday, and that's the studio I was in, and I was scared as the dickens, man. I was so nervous, and so I told them, I said, I understand how hard it is for you guys to be vulnerable and to say yes to this. This isn't your cup of tea, and I'm gracious that they came on the show. I wanted to tell a little story about Jeff and his many skill sets and my dad, and just kind of how things evolve. How Roby Electric was started. I say this a lot. Everybody's like, why did you do Roby Electric? Well, I think the Roby family has a wonderful service brand, and I think being able to allow electrical service to clients and businesses along the same lines is great. But the way it started was in 1998. It was either during the summer or during Christmas, but I was working on a couple kitchen renovations that we were doing, and it was a boom time, and the electricians that we were using were busy, and they couldn't get to our jobs, and we were holding our jobs up. And I mean, vividly remember Dad and my granddad yearning. I mean, we couldn't work on these jobs because we need our electrical inspection. Jeff was working as a carpenter's helper, but he's a jack of all, had worked for Mr. Hastings Electric, had done electrical work for a couple of decades in his previous life. And Dad said, to heck with that. He said, I can get Jeff to finish firing these daggone kitchens. And that's how it started. Now, with that, we got in a little bit of trouble, and now we're very above board, and we want to be the best electrician, not only for service to our clients and quality, but service to what we're supposed to do per code, and we were doing it per code, but proper licensing, and we want to be the elite. We want to lead in the industry and in the jurisdictions with the county and the inspections departments where we work. But that's how it started, and Jeff says, yes, sir, and he jumped to it, and it's kind of that mentality.
It's a great story, and it's really indicative of all the pieces of the family, or the Roby family of companies, and how they've grown as a response to internal and particularly client needs. When you talked about Roby Commercial in the past, and that just kind of grew organically out of your kind of clients on the residential side asking you, hey, could you do an upfit at my office?
Right.
And you're responding to that need.
And the same thing with how realty was formed.
Exactly.
We were looking at a lot of properties and pieces of real estate and advising our clients on them on the buy and the sell side, how to get their property Roby ready, what we've branded. And now we've taken that we've laid out a game plan for Roby Ready. It's not just going and helping them and doing what because we love them.
Right.
Now we have a formula, and I think it's working real well, and I'm excited about seeing it. But yeah, these guys are the epitome, Bobby and Jeff, and frankly now you, Ashley, to servicing our clients for what they're asking for, what the market's asking for.
it's great to be a part of. And if you want to know more about it, you can always go to andrewroby.com. If you want to find out about Roby Realty, how to get your house Roby ready, find out about Roby Electric, call us today at 704-334-5477. We're always here to help you. And Trent, now that we've talked about the history of the company, now that we've talked about Roby Commercial, Roby Electric, getting Roby Realty, it's Sunday. It's almost 10 a.m. There's a big game today.
Well, the Cats are 13-0 now,
I think it's
right?
13, yeah.
The Cats are 13-0. The Tar Heels had a good football season. I'm now a full-fledged Clemson football fan. Carolina basketball keeps losing. Come on, Roy. But I thought it was pretty cool. This past week on Facebook, I saw where Greg Olson said he didn't know how to dab.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's a little too mature to dab or something. I thought that was pretty funny. I like the characters that the Panthers have. Greg Olson, Cam Newton. I mean, all the way down the line.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a recap of Jordan Gross on his retirement and talking about it was his time to retire, and his teammates blessed it. This is 2 years ago in 13, and he said that's what meant the world to him. He said this team's ready and it's going to be great for a long time. He said that in 13, and I think that's cool. I think it's what Charlotte is. It's what the Roby family is. I mean, it's how I want to live my life, like the Panthers are doing right now.
Absolutely, and we still are the good luck charm, man. They haven't lost a game since we've been on the air. So,
well, I don't know if everybody
Cats.
notices, but for like the past 7 shows, at the end of every show, I go, wow, wow, wow. So I did it a little early this time. I heard it.
You got to do it again. I'm superstitious. So, all right, for Trent Haston and the entire Roby family of companies, I'm Ashley Davis. Thanks for listening, and happy holidays. We'll be back next Sunday at 9 a.m. We hope you will be as well for the At Home with Roby show. Call us today at 704-334-5477 or visit us at andrewroby.com. And remember, you're always at home with Roby.